Good day and welcome to part 8 of the Seablock, and today is the day where we're gonna be claiming a new resource, and that's gonna be mud. It doesn't sound like much, but believe me, the acquisition of mud into our factory will be a big advancement for us. So I've prepared a little bit of something in between the episode as usual. So I solved my little problem with the crushed stone. So I figured out that this array needs 2 ore crushers. It doesn't really use the full efficiency of these 2 crushers, but something like 80%, so that's good enough. So as you can see here, I had to add up some side lanes on each side because they actually need 3 point something basic inserters to output the stones they produce. So there you have it, a little workaround to get a 4th inserter working, and the rest just stayed as it was before because I figured out that I can't be lazy with that, so everything works out just nice. I went over here and built some little workaround belt that feeds the liquefier with stones, and overall the production here is quite decent. I did some planning in between this and episode and the other, so I'm gonna go into that today, and this episode will be about mud washing, and then we will go into the production of where are they? There are too many menus here. There we are. And we're going to go into the production of wooden boards as the next step after we're done with the mud washing. I don't know if I get the array set up today, but that's going to be the topics of this episode. So I would really be happy about some thumbs up or subscriptions on my channel if you want to support me a little bit more. If none of those, just keep watching and enjoy the show. We will be now setting up the washing plans. I'm gonna be dropping it down and lose a few words about that before we set up the array. So mud washing is a process where you go over to that seafloor pump, which pumps in some stuff which is looking rather nasty. That's viscous mud. This is the base substance the washing process will go through. So it's quite funny to see here. You have a 5-step processing chain where you lead in the viscous mud water, and that's going to be clarified into heavy mud water. Then you clarify the heavy mud water into concentrated mud water, and then you go to the next step to light mud water, thin mud water, saline water, and in between there's always a 50% drop chance of mud. And right now, that's the only stuff I'm interested in. Later on, we will do with the same facilities the clay and the sand for the brick production, but I don't know how they're called. But anyway, we're far away from that. We want the mud because mud is one very versatile substance which you can produce land tiles with that. We can even place down grass. We can do some green spots again. So this is a nice add-on to the sand production over here. So I can produce my landfill substance with some other way than the crushed stone here. Because if you can compare a washing plant's energy consumption with 103 kilowatt and a electrolyzer with 300, you can see that these things are way more energy efficient in terms of land gain sustenance. I think they are. But let's get further into it. So you have a chain where you just add in water and the product of the step before. In step 1, we have to get rid of a little bit of hydrogen sulfide gas, and afterwards it's just liquid to liquid transport while still adding some water. It is a quite simple process, so I hope we're gonna be getting through this without too big problems. So I'm gonna break up here. pick up some sand now to expand this area a little bit more. I grew impatient while preparing, and there we are. So I'm gonna be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's mirror this. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna be putting up a chain here on one side and gonna copy it afterwards for the other side. So copy, 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 copy. Okay. I'm missing a little bit of something here, but land mass, but the sand will get produced in between. Okay, apart from the seafloor pump, we also need an offshore pump because we need some clean water to fill in as well. And I'm gonna be putting it over here, so it's gonna be quite easy to connect everything here. So this looks like a quite good thing to do. But I think I'm gonna be turning these around that way. I'm not sure if this will work out as I want it to. Okay, so yeah, there we have the first problem. This won't work that easily. At least not with this bugger. Okay, I need to put the first one a little bit further away from the others, I think. Because the first one will be having a... No, it's actually not necessary. I just made up my mind with another trick. So we're going to be putting up the heavy mud water production anyways, so... Yet still, if I have the output this direction, yeah, that's no problem. I can do that. I know how I'm going to do that. Okay. So, plumbings are always a little bit of a mind boogaloo for me. So, you see now at the end, I'm doing exactly the same thing as before. But, I hope it'll work out. So, I tried out this design off camera before, but I didn't manage to get it into a more or less sophisticated way. So let's try that this time. So now we have an input here for the clean water. Let's put an input for the dirty water as well. And I'm gonna do a little bit of something like this. I mean, I might have the squeeze through mod, but I don't need to overuse it in general. So let's put something like this here. The tricky part is the water connection here, but we're gonna see how this will work out. So overall, these connections are no problem at all. So these connect just like that. Click, click, click. And that's that. We just need to connect these with each other. So turns out I need to lead in the water in this direction as well, like that. Okay, there you have it. We're gonna make it so. It's no problem. I can lead in the water on this side too, in a way without doing too much chaos. It's no problem. Okay. Wonderful. We're almost there, friends. Bear a little bit longer with me. So now we're having some little belt array here, and I need some inserters. So You know what? Let's get over here and loot some iron plates. Look at that, 100 iron plates. While I was talking here, I produced 100 iron plates. It makes me so happy. I feel so damn productive. This thing is just... okay, you see what it does with me. If you have such a slow start as with this mod, this thing, it feels like a triumph, you know? And it certainly is in a way. Okay, and this is going to be our next triumph. So we're going to do a little bit of something here. I'm going to lead my plumbings over here like that, and then we're going to go a little bit like that, and then I'm going to go the costly way, but honestly this connects the machines quite nicely, and so they now have everything they need. Okay, next up is the water solution. So at the end of this production chain you end up with saline water. I don't have any use for that stuff right now, so I'm going to use the clarifier, which is basically just something to get rid of fluids. It's like the flare stack, only for fluids. And I think I'm just gonna put one down. Or no. How can I how to see how much this thing vents? Okay, we're gonna see if this thing is able to get rid of both of them. Crafting speed too. Water. We're gonna try that. Possibly it's gonna be all we need. Hopefully. So I'm gonna be dropping down this guy over here once we're having enough land. It's a struggle. Everything here is a struggle. But compared to the state I started with, I feel like a rock star right now, honestly. It's amazing. When you start that slowly, such little progress is making you feel like a boss. And certainly makes the fun of this mod. Okay. There we have it. I'm gonna put the entry pipe over here, and then we're gonna lead the stuff like that, and like that. Okay, I think that's everything, so we can power it up now. I mean, I don't have anything to store this stuff within, but we're gonna get there right when we need it. Going to drop down the power poles just like that. And now the clarifier needs some. And let's see, they're all green, mud is going out, clarifier is working, and looks like... Is this guy, so he's getting... Okay, let's check it out. So, we're producing... Where's the saline water? There we are. So we're producing 120, and this thing gets rid of... okay. One clarifier is enough for this array. Okay, my friends, we have mud! Ha! It feels so nice to be so happy about something So mundane, like mud. But believe me, mud is power. Mud will make our lives green again. So I'm gonna make a nice little chain here. I'm going to produce some more. Yeah. Dirt, landfill, dry dirt, grass, desert, sand. I feel like going for some grass, like honestly. Something nice and green to feel happy with. So I'm going to do a triple array. I don't know if this is overkill, but you know what they say. There's no kill like overkill. So there we go. And there we have it. Now just for some output as well. There we go. So, this is going to produce some land for me. So this thing would absorb 2.5 mud per second. I don't know how much mud we're going to produce here overall, but it's going to be a start. So I could pick up mud in between and handcraft some of this. It says a 5-second crafting time, so that's going to be quite some work. But yeah, that's washing plants. It's going to be a constant source of ground gain for me, and that's why it's so awesome, because right there, like I said in the beginning, electrolyzers are they are a way of gaining sand for sure. And at this point, I think I'm gaining sand way quicker than this stuff, because mud, obviously. Oh, wait a sec. What's happening here? Houston, we're having a problem. Oh, of course, I forgot the flare stacks. Oh my goodness. Talking and not noticing the obvious. So we're needing, of course, some little flare stack here to get rid of the gases we're having here too. So I'm going to put down some pipes over here, and yeah, I'm going for some underground belt action here. Why not? Wait a sec, shouldn't that be of course, did it the wrong way. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this stuff right over here, and we're going to make something like that. And to not violate the visuals too much, I'm going to make something like this. And if I would be doing it without the Squeak Through mod, I would be doing something like that as well. Okay, so now then, let's get back to work. Okay. So, now we have everything. Wonderful. Like I said, I don't think this is going to have the same speed as the sand gain with these electrolyzers, but at least it is a pretty energy friendly way. And speaking about energy, we're already so close at the maximum of our production. It's just a pity. So the next great step will be increasing my power production by another bigger chunk, because whoa, we're having I have a few wind turbines left in my pocket. I didn't think I would need them, but obviously I do. So I'm gonna bring some extra thingies into the game. They should help some. But why is this so unstable? Like, is there a problem? No, not at all. It just don't produce enough energy overall. We have a little bit of a problem there. I don't think it'll be. No, they weren't working. So, as you can see, this whole thing is already overstressing my facility by a bit. So, there we are, already struggling to keep things in motion. This means I need to set up another array of power plants here to get things rolling again. But this will also mean that I need another array of LJ farms and another array of assembling machines. So, as I said during the last episode, this array is already pretty much filling up the belt. And the amount of brown balls amassing here is also really scary, so I already built up a few more assembling plans. But if I just ditch these, I'm gonna be reducing my energy needs as well. But apart from that, there's really not much I can reduce anymore. Apart from shutting down the washing plant, which would be a little bit of a shame because I did so much work to get it running. But let's turn it off for a second, and then yeah, we're quite okay. So as you see, the power is the biggest problem here. So no, I'm not really able to sustain the power needed to keep this array running, and I already set it up at a pretty minimal cost factor. Sadly, this is another problem for another day. So right now I can't do much more than just wait for the sand to mess up, which is running rather slowly. I mean, I could stop producing ore, but I don't want to. Like, right now, amassing some iron plates is just okay with me. I mean, one thing I could do would be to turn off half the array. So we're gonna turn off half the array. Maybe my grid is okay with half the array. Yeah, that works out. That works out better. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna keep it like that because I want to produce something like this is a speed up, and as you notice here, I need a lot more room. Simply, these LJ farms are huge, and apart from that, you know what you already can do when there are just too many brown balls on your map? I mean, that's a little bit unfortunate for the chest, but I'll just build another one. Hey, look, it's empty. We got rid of 6,000 of these things now, and for now, that's the only way I can deal with these things. I mean, I have alginic acid for years, I think. And yeah, we just need to pick up the brown balls, and that's all we can do for now with them. Just keep picking them up. Gonna produce some more chests. It's a little bit insane, but they are just a nasty little side product I don't have enough use for. So I just keep amassing them, and yeah, shoot them when it's when they're full. It's, I don't know. I also think it's a little bit funny in a way, but also it's a little bit stupid. So maybe I need some firearm magazines to get rid of the brown balls. Okay. So to get rid of the brown balls a little bit better, let's research some military technology so I can do that at least with a stylish submachine gun. Let's go. It's only 10 of the tech packs, so no problem here. Okay. Slower than I want to, but at least I'm getting things done. But apart from that, this array is working out quite nicely, and it's absolutely it's absolutely worth the effort, because I really need the mud they are producing, and later on they are producing other nice things. So we're having enough capacity for transport here. Good. So can free up my inventory of these items here. I don't need stone anymore either. Wonderful. So let's put the grass back in into the into the hotbar here. Okay, I have much more room here, but this is going to be the second array for the electrolyzers later on. So that room is reserved, you know. Okay, military finished. Nice. So let's build us some machine gun. Because I really think if I have to get rid of chests, I don't want to do it with a normal firearm. It's just took forever there. Don't like that. Okay. So I'm just measuring where I want to go for the next production array. So these are 18, so I could do a 9 on 9 I just think about how to arrange them the next time, but I think I'm gonna go for a long column of 9 LJ farms on each side, and that's just gonna be it. Like, this whole cluster here is a little bit disorganized, but oh well. It'll work out. It works out. I'm gonna reorganize it when necessary. Alrighty. So, I now have the machine gun I wanted. I really just wanted to get rid of a few of these, more of these brown balls. There we go. I don't know why I was so obsessed about shooting these 4K brown LJ, but I really wanted to do that. And I definitely didn't want to forget it somewhere in between. So let's get to a little new research project in between. Shooting speed. Hell no, I don't need that stuff. Cement processing. Yeah, there we go. Clay bricks. That's the stuff. What are clay bricks used for? Oh, let's say ground paving. I don't need that too much either. So the advanced smelting technologies are really not necessary at all. Oh, whatever. There's really not much I can do right now. So it all will start with another 4 LJ farms again, and then we're gonna set up another generator array here. So possibly I'm going to use this area, but it's going to take forever to grind up the land amounts needed. That's for sure. That's going to be another long story, but at least I now have something which helps me with the production of that stuff. So I did some background work in between the episodes, and I'm going to use that as the outro for this episode. So as I said in the intro of this episode, I want to do the wooden board production. So I set as a production goal a wooden board per second. So this is one array I want to build during the next few episodes, but we're gonna need 8 assemblers for wooden boards alone, and 4 assemblers for paper. We're gonna need like alone 12, 13, 16, 17 assemblers and 10 LJ farms. So that's such a hefty power investment. Like, it's gonna be, let alone almost 2.5 MW. So we were definitely gonna need more generators for that. So I'm gonna expand this array here a little bit, and this means we're gonna need more pallets. And you know the drill, I already talked about that. But the other moment, I calculated for fun the necessary amount of income for the production of 1 copper plate per second. So I want to see something funny. This is the production chain. Like, for the copper plate we need the crushed ore, we need for the crushed ore we need the crystallized water, and so on and so on. And we're gonna need 85 electrolyzers of this power grade to produce 1 copper plate per second. So I just hope that I'll have a few more options to do copper plates. Like, there's the advanced copper smelting technology, and I just hope that these will bring some sort of serious increase, because right now I would be also able to go for the ore sorting technology, because if I look into it, like, if I look into this perspective, this is not really something I want to do. Like, this is not efficient at all. If I go for bigger electrolyzers, is it going to be better? Yeah, well, so we can reduce that, but electrolyzers Mark IV, I don't think they are that quickly attainable. So I probably need to look for another sort of ore production generally. So but right now I had I just wanted to see there, yeah, for one of these furnaces they produce 0.286 copper plates per second. So let's call this the goal, because I really like to know how much I need to keep the ball rolling. So I would need 25 electrolyzers to get this furnace going the whole time. We're far away from that. So items per second, I'm on the right. Righter, okay. And for this guy goes the same ratio, 0.286. So here it would be 16, so we're not that far away from the max ratio. So, but that's some long-term goals. I'm going to be grinding some more floor tiles in between this and the next episode. So you've seen the goals of setting up the wooden board production and the increased power production, but we're gonna be a far way away from that. So I guess I'm going to grind up some materials and some flooring until I'm able to expand my power array, and then I'm gonna tune in for the next recording, because I want to rearrange this whole park here into a into a more tidy version, just like something like this. And that's where I'm gonna start recordings again. So, my friends, thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next episode we're gonna be rearranging this stuff, and hopefully gonna start producing the wooden boards. I mean, hell, what a progress. We're producing wooden boards, but this is really something big. So yeah, thanks for your time. Check in for the next episode. I would be super happy. See you guys. Bye bye.